Hey everyone, today's the day. On my way to Grubs, pick the bike up. Brief history lesson. In 1972, for my 10th birthday, one of my cousins gave me a book, and the book was a motorbike book called the 1972 Moto Annual, which had every motorcycle in it that was being released in 1972, and all the details about those motorcycles and photos of them. I fell in love with the 1972 Honda CB750 K2. Fell in love with it. Just loved the bike when I was 10 years old. I didn't actually get my first motorcycle until the next year when I was 11. But I fell in love with this, and I knew that I wanted one day. One day I wanted one of these motorcycles. When I was 17, 7 years later, on my 17th birthday, I went to Yass and got my motorcycle license on my birthday. Then I went to Canberra, picked up a mate of mine, Bill. He only just told me recently that he came with me. And we were going to Fishwick to find me a Honda 754 to buy. Didn't even get to Fishwick. Halfway to Fishwick on Limestone Avenue, we pulled up a set of traffic lights, and beside us on the left pulled up a really heavily metallic blue CB754 K2. I looked at the bike and I went, that's it, that's my bike. Waved the guy over, did the deal on the side of the road, $900. He wanted for it. I said I'd come next Friday to his house. He gave me his address. Following Friday, I went there and picked it up. I rode away that day feeling like Hercules. I never felt so free, never felt so alive, and it just changed my life. I just could not believe I had the bike of my dreams. I had the 1972 Honda CB754. A couple of years later, in 1981, I had a bad accident on it, drunk, and almost killed myself and almost destroyed the bike. I got the bike rebuilt at Col McCauley's business in Fishwick, which was Robbo's Motorcycle Wreckers in those days. And a mate of mine, Greg Stevens, Grub, was working for him. Grub was someone I'd met when I first got the bike when I turned 17. He's being 6 years older than me and having bikes, I looked up to him and thought he was the coolest cat I knew. He had parties at his house with bikers that come from all over the country, huge bonfires, and it was just cool to be around the environment with guys that were a few years older that had bikes. Then so I'd crashed the bike. Grub rebuilt the bike for me. We added a lot of things to it, new paint, did all the engine up, made it even hotter than what it was. It was pretty fast. Ran 11.4 at the Canberra Drag. I only went there twice, but we did run an 11.4. And then after it was rebuilt a couple of years later in 1983, it blew up. Mate of mine, Craig, was riding it. It wasn't his fault. It was something that was happening internally. It spun bearings. We didn't have an oil cooler on the bike. So then it sat in the back of the shed for near 40 years. I bought a new Ducati after it blew up, and then lots and lots of other bikes, obviously, in between. Sold our house 2021. And I decided I wasn't taking the Honda 4 to Queensland with us to our new place, that I was trying to get it done. So I took it to Grub, the same Grub that built it in 1981, to build it again for me in 2021, 40 years later. It's been with him for 3 years, picking it up today. I'll show you some photos and do another video after I pick it up. Righto, here we are. Grub's garage, 3 years work.
And I forgot to put the motor in it.
Yeah, forgot the engine. Pretty much every part on this bike is brand new.
And if it's not brand new, it's been completely refurbed.
Yeah, reconditioned to brand new. $1,104. Take it home, then in a couple of weeks off to Bathurst for Hugh Robertson to put his big bore 1100 engine in it. This is the man, Grub. Thanks, Grub. Appreciate it,
mate. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure.
We've created something pretty cool.
Oh, I think so. But without your money and input, we wouldn't have done this.
Yeah, without your expertise. So there you go.
Excellent.
Trip home, I'll probably check it about 20 times on the way home, but anyway.
Especially when you hit the dirt.
There you go. Thanks everyone, bye. So mission accomplished. Bike picked up from Grubs, going to Hughes in a few weeks to put the engine in, then she'll be back on the road. Check out what I can see. Watching Indy practice, but what's this? What's this over here? My goodness, look at that. Can't tell you how excited I am. Cheers for following along with this story.